Welcome back, dear viewers, to Secrets Behind the Stars, your trusted harbor for navigating the dizzying swells of celebrity life. We're grateful you're here as we break down a saga that has darted across international headlines and turned a private heartbreak into a public battleground. Before we wade into the storm, make sure you subscribe and tap the notification bell so you never miss a moment. And if you want to support the careful, around-the-clock work we bring you at Secrets Behind the Stars, consider becoming a member. Your support helps us keep delivering the kind of detailed storytelling you love. Settle in, because tonight we're peeling back the curtain on a rupture that's as emotional as it is combustible. The shimmering facade of fame has cracked again, not just under the pressure of a breakup, but under the protective roar of a mother refusing to stay silent. The long, tangled separation tale involving Yaman and Demet Özdemir, which has already kept audiences in both Turkey and Italy transfixed for weeks, erupted into a sharper scandal late last night. The spark was a set of scathing claims attributed to Demet's mother, claims that reframed a romantic ending as an accusation of exploitation. According to whispers that slipped beyond the tight ring of family confidence, Demet's mother abandoned diplomatic phrasing entirely. Her language, by all accounts, was unflinching. She painted her daughter as a young woman retreating from the outside world, shutting out calls and cameras alike after the breakup was finalized. From that well of maternal hurt, she unleashed a volley aimed at the core of Can's public persona. She alleged that he leaned on Demet's innocence, staying close less out of love and more as a careful, strategic move to polish his image at a crucial moment in his career. In her version of events, Demet's trust and effort became a project, a stepping stone for someone else's professional climb. Her condemnation reportedly crested with a pointed question about what it means to be a man, followed by a barbed comment, "Is that something a man should do?" But apparently, it suits him. Those words, meant to live only within the confines of family, slipped out and struck social media like a match to kindling. Within hours, the controversy had a new, dangerous life. Officially, the team surrounding Yaman has chosen silence. But silence in the limelight is never neutral, it creates space for rumors to multiply. Insiders say Can is stunned by the intensity of the accusations, telling close companions that he feels as if misfortune is lining up at his door, one blow after another. The rumor mill goes further. Sources insist he believes the outburst from Demet's side is calculated, driven by those who know the real reasons the romance couldn't survive but prefer to shift the narrative into murkier waters. A source tied to a major production house added another layer, describing Can as a man carrying two heavy loads at once, a career brimming with pressure and a personal heartache that hasn't found air. Those explosive family words, the source said, aren't just painful, they're compounding the damage. And there's more we don't know, they hinted. Many threads in this tapestry have yet to be pulled into the light. This split is no simple fizzle. For months, talk of turbulence shadowed Can and Demet. Those close to the couple say the relationship struggled to breathe as Can's schedule devoured time, and communication, so essential in any love, thinned to a fragile thread. Industry whispers suggest that it wasn't only the clock working against them. The rumor of third-party meddling lingers in the air, corrosive and never confirmed, but persistent enough to rattle hearts. Some say the mother's eruption came right as that particular line was crossed, real or perceived. A family friend offered this context: Demet's mother had sensed her daughter's unhappiness stacking up, week after week, until it felt impossible to stay quiet. Maybe the timing wasn't perfect, they conceded, but the instinct to protect a child's heart is never tidy or contained. One sentence from Demet's mother cut through the noise more than any other: "No one will turn my daughter's tears into someone else's advantage." It was a vow that resonated from Istanbul to Rome. Her message was plain: Demet is hurting, and this pain will not be weaponized into a sleek PR arc or a repackaged romance narrative. The internet immediately split into camps. Some rallied behind a mother who refused to watch from the sidelines. Others argued that families should step back, that love between adults must be settled by those adults alone. Let's pause. Secrets Behind the Stars family. Where do you stand? Is a parent right to speak out to defend their grown child, or is there a line that, once crossed, turns protection into interference? Tell us your view in the comments. And if you appreciate this deep, human-level storytelling, hit like. It signals to the algorithm that you value the nuance we bring to these stories. Right now, all eyes are on Demet Özdemir. Her silence grows louder by the day. In the midst of allegations and speculation, Demet has kept away from flashing lenses and fast questions. The only words she has offered came in a brief post: "Time heals all wounds." But the weight of what's unfolding feels far heavier than that gentle thread of hope. Friends say she's aware of her mother's declarations and is deeply unsettled, yet has no desire to step into the brawl. She does not wish to be weaponized, and she refuses to weaponize anyone else. Observers note that this fiery statement from her mother reads like an unofficial final chapter for the couple, an ending without the courtesy of a press release. And yet, those who've watched Can and Demet's history with care know that their story has seen both distance and reconnection before. Few dare to carve anything in stone. If anything is certain, it's that this isn't over, not by a long shot. What lies ahead looks less like a romance and more like a quiet war of endurance between two strong families who don't want to be the first to blink. Even as the dust from that harsh statement hovered in the air, new voices from Demet's circle stepped forward to bolster her mother's perspective. A close confidant revealed that the mother never wanted to go public. But after months of finding her daughter in tears, she came to believe that silence made her complicit. She didn't want to be a witness to pain, she wanted to be a shield. That, they say, is why her outburst, unpolished and fierce, finally broke free. Fresh currents from Can's side complicated the picture further. Though he remains mute in public, insiders insist that in private he is more bewildered than angry. One person linked to a management office working with him said he keeps insisting that he always respected Demet's family bonds and would never knowingly trample on them. He feels unfairly cast as a villain, they claim, and he's chosen not to involve his own family more deeply so as not to pour more gasoline on the fire. Word is that his relatives were just as blindsided as everyone else by the force of the accusations. But even that narrative isn't uncontested. Friends of Demet counter that she begged her mother not to go public, pleading with her to hold back. They say Demet loves her mother deeply, but now feels cornered, pushed into a corner where silence can look like agreement, and speaking can look like betrayal. The same friends say she has no appetite for tearing Can down, that she still wants to guard certain moments and parts of his character with quiet care. In the meantime, she has gone to ground, phone off, doors closed, speaking only to the few who know how to sit in a room with her and say nothing. If gossip has taught us anything, it's that a love story can end loudly even if the final words are whispered. Analysts suggest we should brace for more. With both sides wounded and talks swirling across two countries that follow this couple's every move, it would be no surprise if fresh allegations surface. One cultural commentator put it this way: "Romance fades, but its footprints linger, especially when millions have watched those steps in real time." Demet's mother's remarks may become an invitation for others in the families to step forward with their own grievances. What we're seeing no longer looks like an intimate breakup. It has the contours of a clash of pride, culture, and long memories. The question looming now is simple but impossible: what does Can Yaman's family think, and when will they say it out loud? No official statement has emerged. But a source close to the family quietly confided that Can's mother is deeply worried, aching for her son, yet unwilling to make the flames leap higher with public words. Even that restraint tells its own story: two families in a tense, unspoken standoff, divided by love, loyalty, and the fear of saying one sentence too many. And so, the industry holds its breath. Two fronts, two silences. Will Demet break hers first? Will Can step forward and speak to the accusations? Will this standoff settle into a truce, or will it boil over into a new crisis neither side can control? The romance may be over, but the echoes have only just begun. Thank you for staying with us on Secrets Behind the Stars. Tell us where your heart lands. Are you standing with a mother who believes she must protect her daughter at any cost, or do you feel Can is being unfairly cast as the villain in a story with many unseen pages? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and, if you want to help us keep bringing you these deep dives, tap join to become a member. Until next time, keep watching closely, because in this world, the truth rarely arrives quietly.